Here's the soil truth most gardeners don't hear often enough. If worms are not rushing into your beds, your soil is missing something fundamental. I learned this the hard way. After seasons of slow growth, compacted beds, and plants that never quite reached their potential, I poured one simple mixture into my soil. 3 days later, when I lifted the mulch, worms were everywhere. Not one or two, but dozens. That moment changed how I build soil forever, and today I want to walk you through exactly what I used, why it works so fast, and how you can apply it safely and effectively in your own garden. Why worms respond so quickly tells you everything you need to know about soil health. Earthworms do not move into soil out of curiosity. They arrive when conditions are right for feeding, moisture, and oxygen. Healthy worm populations mean improved soil structure, better water infiltration, faster nutrient cycling, and stronger root systems. When worms show up within days, it means you have created an underground environment that supports life immediately, not months later. What I poured into the soil was a simple liquid soil activator made from fermented organic matter. The base is actively aerated compost tea made rich in simple carbon and beneficial microbes. To make it, I used 1 bucket holding about 20 liters of water, preferably rainwater, or water left to sit for 24 hours to allow chlorine to dissipate. Into this water, I added 2 full handfuls of mature compost or vermicompost. This is not raw compost. It must smell earthy and sweet, not sour. That compost provides the microbial inoculation that attracts worms. Next, I added 1 tablespoon of unsulfured molasses or raw sugar dissolved in warm water before pouring it in. This is the key ingredient many gardeners overlook. The sugar does not feed the worms directly. It feeds bacteria and fungi, which multiply rapidly and create the biological buffet worms seek. I then stirred the mixture vigorously for a few minutes, repeated that stirring several times over the next hour, and let it sit loosely covered for no more than 12 hours. This short fermentation window keeps the mixture aerobic and safe for soil life. How this mixture works so fast comes down to biology, not magic. Worms feed on decaying organic matter and the microorganisms living on it. When you pour a living liquid into dry, tired soil, microbes spread quickly through soil pores. Worms sense this activity and migrate upward and sideways toward the food source. At the same time, the added moisture softens compacted layers, making it easier for worms to move and establish burrows. This is why results can appear in as little as 3 days under the right conditions. How I applied it made a big difference in the results. I watered the soil lightly the day before, so it was damp but not muddy. Dry soil repels biology, and I then poured the mixture directly onto bare soil or under mulch, using about 1 litre per square metre. In raised beds, I used half a litre per square metre because drainage is faster. I avoided pouring it during the hottest part of the day. Early morning or late afternoon protects microbial life and prevents rapid evaporation. Within 3 days, I lifted the mulch and saw worm castings on the surface and active worms just beneath the top layer. Within 2 weeks, the soil became darker, looser, and easier to dig. Plants responded with deeper green leaves and faster new growth. This is not a fertilizer effect. This is soil biology doing the work naturally. How often you should use this depends on your soil condition. For depleted or compacted soil, applying this mixture once every 2 weeks for the first month jumpstarts life quickly. After that, once a month is more than enough. For already healthy soil, a seasonal application at the beginning of the growing season keeps worm populations strong without overdoing it. Over-application is unnecessary and wasteful, not dangerous. You can adjust this approach using simple variations. If compost is limited, vermicompost works even better and can be used at half the amount. If molasses is unavailable, 1 teaspoon of honey or unrefined brown sugar works as a substitute. In dry climates, adding an extra 5 liters of water improves penetration. in clay soils, combining this with a thick mulch layer dramatically increases results because worms prefer stable moisture and temperature. What you must avoid is pouring sugary liquids into dry, lifeless soil without compost. That attracts pests and causes odor issues. The biology must come first. Also, avoid using chlorinated water straight from the tap and never seal the mixture airtight, as anaerobic conditions harm soil life. This method works because it restores relationships underground rather than forcing nutrients from above. Worms are indicators, engineers, and workers all at once. When they arrive, they bring fertility with them. If you want faster soil improvement without buying expensive inputs, this approach delivers real results that you can see, smell, and feel in your hands. If this kind of practical, biology-first gardening helps you grow better food with less effort, make sure to subscribe to Evergreen Garden, share this video with a fellow gardener, and keep building soil that works for you season after season.